Welcome back from the bench, everybody. As always, it's Eric, and today we have another first look video. It is 2022-23 Premier Hockey. One of the biggest sets in all of hockey cards. Probably the second biggest next to the Cup. And when you look at the price of the Cup at like $1,100 Canadian, and this box costing like $350, which kind of seems to be in line with the last couple of years. It would be nice to get down like a high twos product, but it's $350 for this as of right now. Last year Premier was really 2021-22 was a really popular product. A lot of breakers really liked it and stuff. This one I don't see there being any difference with it. It is a premium product, so there's only 6 cards in this entire box. Usually getting 2 autos, one patch auto and then one regular auto. Also the chance at mega patches and a bunch of other stuff that are really cool in these products. This is 2022-23. So this usually comes out before the Cup. It came out after the Cup this year. And this isn't Bedard and Fantilli and Cooley and all those guys. No. This is Uri Slafkovsky, Matt Boldy, Marco Rossi, Kent Johnson, Wyatt Johnston, Dylan Gunther, all those guys, Matty Beniers, Shane Wright. They're all in here. Hopefully. Probably not all them in this exact box, but in this product they're in there. Like I said, but there are a lot of vet things when it comes to mega patches, etc. So we're going to turn the camera around, get right into it. At the end of this, I'm going to kind of show off some of my pickups from the Expo. All 4 videos for the Expo are up now. If you guys want to go check those out, I appreciate everyone that's watching, commenting, liking. Once again, this always helps the channel. And once again, if you want productive feedback, you can send it to me on Instagram. You can give it on the channel too, I guess. But, you know, productive. I'm trying to figure out this whole, like, you know, in real life streaming thing. You know, I barely have it figured out as I, you know, set up as a card show vendor, barely on here at my house in my basement. Well, upside down magic, maybe. I don't know if all of them are like that or not, but yeah, trying to figure it out. Did get a new camera and stuff. Had the girlfriend. That feels really thick. And there's the empty box. That's what it looks like. Gonna keep that box. Girlfriend did a great job, you know, recording me, getting all the good angles, everything else. So shout out to her. I know there's a couple of you guys that have, you know, said good job for her. You know, again, she didn't have to walk behind me for 4 straight days. I never expected her to, but she did. So I really appreciate that. So here we go. We're going to get into it. We got no, I think it's a regular, something thick back there though. So maybe a good mega patch or something like that. I don't know what that is. I think it's thicker than usual. So wrapper, like I said, looking for RPAs. So the way this works, we're going to take the back card, the very back card, and this one is usually just a regular, oh, come on, just a regular patch card on the back of these. So it's kind of a good thing that they do. They kind of put a, you know, once again, a card that usually isn't going to be worth a whole lot of money on the back. So Dylan Holloway, now a St. Louis Blues, not numbered or anything. So that was our back card. Like I said, only 6 cards. So this is a pretty quick, you know, rip overall. Obviously you can see Philip Forsberg. We're going to use the grade revealing tool. Obviously we're not revealing any grades, but that's what we're going to use on this one. We got Philip Forsberg. So you're going to get 2 base or 2, you know, essentially not auto cards or not patch cards at the start of this one too. So $2.99. Next up, out of $1.99, can I get this on top of the other? Nick Perbix. I always remember I pulled a Future Watch Auto patch of him on release day for 2022-23 and sold that very quick for quite a bit of money. So this is what the rookies look like. I guess the rookies must have some kind of foil to them. I don't know if that's the base or not, but maybe it's a gold parallel. It's more bronze this year for sure. It kind of like looks definitely more orangey on my end. Comes out across a little more yellowy on the camera, but there we go. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna take the Philip Forsberg. How about that? Oh, did I take two? I'm trying to see what I pulled up here. Nope. It's gonna add. Oh, that's not good. Pretty sure I know who the auto is, which isn't what you want. Here's our RPA. RPA. Number 29. Pontus Holmberg in the Focus. So this isn't even the True. This is the Focus patch auto. So this is a new one for this year. The Focus. It's not the True. They're finding a way to make more of the product by giving you more different, true RPAs, all that other stuff. So they get the paint marker pen. 23, 24, you start getting some Leafs, and it's, Matthew Nyes, Bob McMahon, all them. A little more happy, but thicker card though. Just like I said, just a napkin patch there. Rookie patch auto. The bottom corners. Thick cards, right? So, what do you kind of expect? They're going to be a little harder to cut. Everything else. So, go. Pontus Holmberg. I'm going to slide this over the back card. And yep. So here we go. Next auto. You guys probably kind of saw it. I think it's Robert Thomas. I thought Torrey Krug. I thought it was a 48, not an 18. So Robert Thomas in the base auto. It's a cool design. I don't mind the designs and stuff. Like, I find that looks better than the Nick Perbix. Maybe it's the red that kind of does it, but different design with the lines and stuff. Other fun story about this. There was 2 boxes left at my store. They probably had more out back, but there's 2 left. And I told the guy to pick the guy behind the counter. And there's another guy that wanted one too. And he said, "Oh, I don't know. I said, "Well, I'm making you pick, buddy." And I was just hoping he said like front, back, whatever. Like I said, there's only 2 left. And the guy's holding it. He's like, are there numbers on those? I'm like, okay. Well, I picked by numbers and stuff too. One of the numbers was box 48, which 18. I thought it was going to be like kind of funny that we got 48. But no, we got 18. The other box is 33. My favorite player of all time is Patrick Wall. So, yeah. I'm sure that's a pretty good box. So, last card before we get into the rest of it with some of my pickups and stuff. Like I said, thick card. Thicker than my blocker here. So, we got... I'm okay with box 48. Uri Slafkovsky, 21 out of 22. Mega patch chest logo. Wow. I'm okay with box number 48. Maybe 33 had a great one too. I kind of actually want to know what that guy. I don't even know who the guy was. Kind of want to know what that came back as. What he ended up pulling from his. But yeah, there we go. Chest logo, mega patch of Uri Slafkovsky. I thought maybe it was mega patch. I was kind of hoping it was by how thick it was. But I'm like, I'm probably dead in the water here. I guess no, when you get a not great auto and a not great rookie patch auto with a Nick Perbix, you're probably looking pretty good. So yeah, that's big. That's not the norm. Again, that's not the norm. fun story. I've actually only been in one break. Shout out Simi Sports Cards on Whatnot. You also find them on Instagram and stuff like that. But he had just a little auction today with a kind of a mixer, a bunch of different boxes, everything else. He's running a bunch of the teams, so I go get into the break, and I end up picking up the not the Canadians because they went for too much, but I end up picking up the Vancouver Canucks. That's way too big. I ended up picking up the Canucks and ended up pulling out of 6 Quinn Hughes. I can't believe I pulled that. That is crazy. That's a really good hit. Yeah, that's you pulled. I just pulled the biggest rookie in the class and one of his biggest cards in the set. So can't really complain about that. That is awesome. Backdrop, I guess I never got to it, but my guy, Mason McTavish, who, not starting off the year great. He's missed last couple games, like last 3 games, been out. Wasn't playing the best anyways. He's got a couple points and stuff, but definitely not that great. The guy in the middle though, Matt Boldy. I was high on him. I got a decent amount of Matt Boldy too, just not as much. I didn't find as much of his stuff was coming up for like auction and stuff. But I got him there. Like I said, I think he's the best in this entire 2022-23 class. And then Ivan Barbashev, my guy. That's one I picked up last year at the Expo. So I thought I'd throw that up as I'm going to kind of show you guys some of my pickups from this Expo. So you guys would have seen some of them through the power of the vlogs and stuff, but just want to go over all of them anyways. So ended up picking up Nathan McKinnon, White Ice from Platinum. By the way, I have a bunch of Platinum, 4 boxes of 21-22 Platinum. Got them for $150 in obviously it's cash at the Expo, super cheap. So $150 a piece for those, really good. I also picked up 2 boxes of 24-25 Series 1. I did the wrapper redemption, so they're open, but I haven't opened any of the packs. And the box is still sealed. And then I got 2 boxes of 21-22 Series 2, so Mason McTavish, Byfield, all those guys. Got that box, 2 of those boxes too, because they were $90. So Justin Herbert in the pink. You guys are going to see a big Justin Herbert here in a minute if you didn't watch. I picked up an Antonio Gates, just cheap. This came in a lot. I didn't mention after trade night. End of trade night, a couple of guys came over. I believe they watched the channel and stuff, and one guy wanted to get rid of a bunch of stuff. So he had a ton of young guns from this set, a bunch of stuff. This and this Chibikov. So he's like, hey, I want them gone. And I was like, look, I don't need any more $3 to $5 young guns. I'm good. And then he wanted me to take a bunch of inserts too. And I was like, look, they're like nothing. I'm going to throw in my 50-cent bin. They'll probably never sell. Anyways, I ended up doing a deal with a guy at the very end. I just didn't get it on camera, but the 2 highlights were the Logan Stankoven and the Chibikov. Pulled this during the Hockey Card Gong show. Shout out to them. Go check out their channel for all hockey card content when it comes to podcasts and stuff. Pulled this in my own personal box, which is pretty awesome. Picked up for Moncton Wildcat Miramonov, the Future Watch Auto with a little smiley face. That was in a big lot where I picked up a Jack Hughes. Also picked up in that a bunch of Logan Mayus. Was picking up a bunch of him all weekend long. The kid is, if you guys have Logan Mayus, if you have them in bulk, say if you have like 6 of them and you want to sell them, message me. I will buy them. I think that kid is going to be the real deal. I've said it many times. I think he's the better of the 2 between him and Lane Hudson. I think he's going to be the kid that's the better, longer, everything else than. We picked up this in line. I'm Barbashev High Gloss. Was waiting to talk to GP Sports Cards. Guy walks up. I was wearing my Barbashev jersey. Said, hey, I just pulled this like 5 minutes ago. Do you want to buy it? And I said, sure. Picked up this Jordan Spence, clear cut, young gun, another former Moncton Wildcat. I think I might already have one of these, but picked up another one. Picked up this at the same booth. All the boys were pretty jealous, but Moncton native Philip Myers, 26 out of 100 Future Watch patch auto. I got it for $25 Canadian. So pretty good deal. It's a MNT 9. I don't really care about the slab. I don't know if I'd crack it and resubmit it with anybody else. The patch is kind of nasty too, though. But it's just PC card, once again. Guy that's from my hometown, so may as well pick him up. Grabbed, this is a cool one, I thought. Picked up a Logan Couture Future Watch Auto PSA 10. Just a guy that's been how good for how long. All right, so staple in the league, Logan Couture and the PSA 10. Take that all day long for an old young gun. Picked up this at trade night for a really good price. PSA 9 Cale Makar. Picked that up after I traded plus some cash for this. To the PC it goes. The card I traded, I was into it for $150. Got valued at $300. I even was probably low on that. And then I added another $350 cash. So essentially I got a Cale Makar Young Gun PSA 10 for $500. Tell me where you're going to find, and that was like, I went from one booth, walked over a couple rows in like maybe like 20 minutes, half an hour. So really, I got a $500 PSA 10 Young Gun Makar at the Expo in my mind. Where am I going to get a better deal on one than that? So here we go. And last but not least, it's a card that the sticker on it was already low when I walked up to it. And I just said, what would be your best on it? The guy said, I'd minus my eBay fees off it. So it's not a hockey card, but I'm a Chargers fan. Big fan of Herbert. I got a bunch of Optic. Optic's my favorite set for football cards because it's kind of like platinum, everything else, all the different colors. I have a big PC of him when it comes to Optic, when it's all the parallels and stuff. But this was up for $1,500 Canadian. He said he'd do it for $1,300 Canadian. And then I did some trading with some cards I had, some football and basketball cards I had. And I got it down for $900 plus the trade. And really, I think those cards, I maybe had $300 into them. So once again, essentially I get this for $1,200 Canadian, which is a pretty good deal. I don't know where you're going to find, a Justin Herbert rookie Optic downtown for $1,200 Canadian, which is like $900 American, by the way. Good luck finding that again. So, might crack it and try to grade it again. It's not going to PSA 10. It's the centering's too far off, top to bottom. The rest of it looks pretty decently clean. I think there might be one little divot at the bottom, but it's just the centering. So also what I want to do for now, I have no problem at sticking in here. I actually might even crack it and just put in a pro mold. I got a Phillip Rivers Optic downtown sitting over there too. So maybe put those side by side. So that's my pickups, along with, once again, a crazy premiere release. Pontus Holmberg, the real MVP here. Just joking, obviously. It's the Yuri Slafkovsky mega patch. Robert Thomas, Pontus. Once again, these don't really matter. But that's, once again, not the norm. But I guess when you get not great autos and not great rookie patch auto, sometimes you get lucky enough and hit one of those. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you guys want, hit that like, hit the subscribe, follow me on Instagram. I would usually pump the eBay store, but obviously with all the Canada Post things, I got a lot of stuff to go out. And the printing labels, the shipping labels are already made for Canada Post, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do in here. But a bunch of other product to open up. I got a card show coming up in the next couple weekends and stuff, local card shows. So some card show vlogs coming up, everything else. If you guys want to hit that like, hit the subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. And for Eric from the bench, talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.